Hey there, Libra. This is Miss Wheats. I have your, I guess you call it predictions or the guidance for the month of January 2021. I've got three cards, gods and goddesses, and they have a message. And within the message, they give you guidance throughout the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the third card is going to represent the energy towards the end of January 2021. Let's get started with the first card we have. We have Kali, and the key word for Kali is fear. Okay, it's fear. So Kali's message is that it's time to get over your fears, point blank. All right, you're protected as you clear away the negative within your shadow. So don't be afraid of any types of transitions. You can express your fears safely. Maybe you can create a safe place for you to express these things. Another thing is that Kali is known for slaying demons, or AKA the ego. Usually, Kali is depicted with, I think four arms, and she's usually has weapons in her arms, skulls around her neck. So, skulls, weapons, ashes, those are some of her symbols. But for the most part, most of the time, you'll see Kali holding up a head or a skull or a severed head of man. This is not representing the physical head of man, this is representing the ego, okay? So, Kali slays the ego and the negative aspect, things that reside within the ego. Okay, jealousy, fear, pride, unhealthy anger. Right. All right. So that is going to be the key word that we're working with for right now, Libra. Okay, for you. All right. The first part of the month, we have a card. Now, this is a tarot deck, but this is the number 11. Okay. So I'm going to say that, this card is here and it represents an incubation process. All right. Because the keyword is nebula. And if you know anything about science, or if you like outer space and, astrology, not astrology, but astronomy, if you like astronomy, then you know that nebulas are like an incubation process for new suns, right? Stars. It can represent birth, growth. So, yeah, nebulous literally means without boundaries. It means endless possibilities, all right? Maybe possibilities that don't have a shape just yet, but this is basically just where stars are born. It's very vast, it's very big. It's just saying that it's time for you to test your potential, okay? You can seek out a safe place or a safe space to express these, or to shape these, or to exercise these possibilities, all right? That's what it's telling you to do, okay? You need to start practicing something. You need to start getting prepared to express this or to defeat this fear within you. Maybe you're prepping up for something very serious, very special, very dear to you, something that's going to make or break you. That's what I'm really feeling like. You're really trying to work yourself up, doing like a war call or a war dance. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing drums everywhere for some reason. Oh, I think Kali has something to do with drums as well, and like and rhythms and chanting, Kali, Kali. Like I'm really feeling that right now. That's what I'm hearing in my mind's ear. Okay, but yeah, you have a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential for shape. Now, there's mountain here in the background. Just to me, sort of represents the fact there's going to be some challenges for you. All right, some of these challenges can pose a potential danger. So do be careful, but at the same time, still approach this with no fear. All right. Now, during the middle of the month, it seems like things don't quite change too drastically. It seems like you kind of keep this same energy, just in a different phase throughout the month. And I'm going to kind of explain why I'm seeing this, because I do have what is this? The King of Fire. Okay. So I have the King of Fire. There is definitely like a fragile relationship between knowledge and power, maybe even ethics, possibly even science or medicine here that you have. So maybe you could be in the medical field or something along those lines, just something that's very very intelligent and education driven. I'll just say that, very education driven here. I think that you're going to be put on the forefront of this creative or innovative experience. You might need to get ready to set an example. Maybe you're going to be called to lead the way. And I feel like this is a scary thing, okay? So you can shed your self doubt. because they're going to put you on. Okay, shed your self-doubt, because you're going to be put on is the basically the thing that I'm seeing. And especially with this man shedding his skin, right? And the reason why I said medical or medicine is because I can't really pronounce that name, but I know that octopus and serpents represent medicine, herbs, things of that nature. So anything dealing with hospitals or just health in general, you might be working at a hospital. You might just be called to the forefront of something very serious and time precious here. Okay. So I just wanted to let you know that, and this may be a scary situation because perhaps it's your first time. And look what we have here. When I said perhaps this is your first time, we have Page of Earth, right? So this means that this is something that you've probably never done, or maybe this is just something you've seen before, but you just haven't quite acted it out. All right. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this constellation, because this is the deck. This is the Cosmos Tarot deck. I have a review on my channel on this, but it's basically, it has a lot of constellations, and the constellations mean something. They all have a story behind it. I've read a lot of what the constellations mean. So in this particular constellation, we have Canis Minor, and this is a minor to an actual major constellation. So it's the lesser constellation of a larger one, right? And if you notice, it's like a depiction of a dog. So I'm really getting a lot of underdog energy here, is what I'm saying, right? But in being the underdog or being very inexperienced, there is still value in giving everything that you touch your all, regardless of the outcome, okay? Regardless of any fear that you have, all right? Some things are just worth pursuing simply for the fact that this can be another lesson learned for you, all right? So stay determined, all right? This is just going to be like another challenge that you can mount, in your portfolio, so to speak, all right? Don't fear them. It's just another set of skills you can add to your portfolio, okay? Continue to set up for long-term success, because this is still also considered to be a Page of Pentacles, but at the same time, it's an underdog. You still have a lot to build on, but you're looking at your coin. In the traditional tarot, we have the Page of Pentacles, or the Page of Earth is looking at his possessions, his earthly matters, and he's counting them, and he's focused on them, all right? And he's setting up himself for long-term goals. And this is what I see for you. So Kali says, basically just says it's time to shed that ego, any pride, unhealthy anger, any type of fear, and Kali, this is a scary picture, but those who understand Kali know that she has a very motherly energy about her. And it's like a protective energy. That's what it is. It's like tough love, if you'll say that. Okay. So yeah, moving on to another aspect that you're going to be dealing with. This is, I really can't pronounce the name sometimes. Andromedac. Okay, so I'm going to say that. I apologize if I said it wrong. I mean no disrespect. But we have the keyword being strength. Okay, and the message here is that there is going to be some sort of a fierceness that's going to be required. All right. Physical fierceness, or it might be time for you to like get stronger in your physical body. You might need to kind of move forward with something. And also you might need to kind of combine your feminine and your masculine qualities here in order to get something done, okay? Because that's what this represents. It just represents a very strong woman who is driven and who has a lot of determination and a lot of fierceness in her, okay? And she's not afraid to go after what she wants. So a lot of you Libras may be feminine energy, and it's time for you to bring forth a little bit more masculine energy. And then look at what we have here for the beginning of the month. Don't those cards look so highly familiar? Not to mention, okay, I'm going to just try to take my time because this is the number 4 that we have, and this is an oracle card. So first of all, the number 4 stands for practicality, hard work, endurance, and foundation, but not to mention manifestation as well, right? So with the strength card, that is, kind of masculine energy in itself. We have a feminine body here, but we're spiritually accessing that masculine energy here. And then on top of that, we have the symbol for Mars, and Mars is a very masculine symbol, right? So Mars is like the god of war, and we do have an image of someone who is very war bound. Oops, I dropped my card. Someone who is very war bound, you know, ready to battle, ready to go the distance for what it is they believe in or what it is that they want to get accomplished here. So um, the main thing that I'm going to tell you about with this number 4 and representative of Mars, meaning the god of war, is about you're going to be really passionate. Um, I feel like you're going to be driven, very focused. You might, let's see, there's some sort of project that's going to require a highly energetic approach here, maybe even a bit of competitive approach. You're going to have to set some aggressive ass of goals, okay? Um, I feel like you're gonna have to head into this with like, you know, you're gonna have to go head first into this with a lot of confidence and structure and endurance, just like I said with the number 4. Okay, all right. Also, I feel like those keywords, structure, endurance, and hard work, those are gonna be your best friend. Okay. Um, you're going to need a mixture of feminine and masculine energy at the same time with this. I just feel like I don't know what you're doing, Libra, but like you're being put to the test, like with Kali's energy, you know, and then uh, uh, a Dramadox energy. I don't know what you're going through, but you're really going to be like really pushing yourself. I don't know if you're going to be working out, setting new schedules, perhaps that you're working at a new job and you're having to learn how to do a whole lot of tasks at one time, be multitasking, and being able to focus on something. Maybe you're trying to pass a test or something. I don't know, but you're definitely going to be tested here. But let's look at the middle of the month for January. What do we have? We got the 5 of fire. All right. So if you look closely at my picture, you'll see a wand and you'll see a swan and you'll see an eagle. I'm going to tell you that swan to me, it just kind of symbolizes grace. It symbolizes grace to me. And it also kind of symbolizes beauty, and because it's white, you know, it kind of symbolizes purity. All right. So this is like saying that, you know, maybe there's going to be something that's going to ruffle your feathers. All right. Because you got two birds fighting. All right. So feathers are going to be ruffled during the month of January. And we also know that the 5 of swords is, you know, it represents, you know, disagreements, maybe a little bit of defeat or something sometimes as well. But you're going to have to be very quick-witted, okay? You need quick thinking at this time, okay, during the middle of the month of January. All right. You might have to also continue to have like grace under pressure. All right. Grace under pressure is going to be really wise for you right now because, you know, swans still have a lot of grace. And if you notice, the swan is actually on top of the eagle there. So it's like, you know, being on a different level than the person that's underneath you there. Okay. That's just what I'm noticing, that you're going to have to keep your composure here. And not to mention, damn, I didn't even think about this, not to mention the key word is strength. And in tarot, the strength card represents keeping your strength, keeping your composure under high stress situations, right? Right. So, yeah. And that's why we have that combining the feminine with the masculine energy. The feminine is probably going to be a little bit more recognized as passive aggressive, you know, and the masculine would be recognized as physical aggression, possibly. So it's like there's going to be a mixture of those two because we have the swan representing the grace, and then we have the eagle that represents, you know, more of a masculine energy. Um, yeah. So another thing I'm saying is that if you don't have a lot, because your feathers are going to be ruffled, if you don't have a lot of modesty, or if you're not always in control, if you don't embody this strength card type of energy here, your modesty is going to fly right out of the damn window real quick. All right. So, you know, if you think about that, like if you're in a public situation, how good does that look on your resume? How good does that look on your record, right? All right. So let's move on to the end of the month here. We got the Magician card, don't we? Yeah, we got the Magician card. So maybe you have some Aries placements, but not only that, still Aries, we just have a keyword that says Aries right here. So Aries is still a masculine sign. It's more of a masculine symbol, zodiac sign. I'll say that. It also involves leadership, maybe even volunteering. Um, Volunteering is probably going to be something to get you noticed. Um, yeah, I feel like you're going to have to be called to roll up your sleeves and get pretty messy. All right. Someone is going to be in an assertive position, and they're going to actually put your skills to the test. That's what I'm really sensing. All right. This is going to be the time for growth. This is going to be the time for improvement, and to really just show your strengths here. And you're going to have to dive headfirst into it, just like this Aries. What are some of the keywords for Aries? Leadership, impulse, innovation, and opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to show your strengths. All right, but show them with dignity. Show them with grace. Right. Don't let anybody walk all over you. You're not a weak link, and you know what you know. You know your stuff. All right. Because I know that the magician is a person who uses all the materials around them. They don't sit on their butt for nothing, right? That's you, Libra. That's you. All right, so let's move on. What's the last message that we have here? It's from the god Helios. And the key word with Helios is cycles. Yeah, cycles. So Helios's message is saying that you need to plug into the cycles of nature, all right? Plug into the cycles of nature for renewal, for vitality. And some of the things that represent Helios is going to be chariots, right? Chariots, because we look like, this kind of reminds me of the chariot card, right? Because we have a horse. We don't have a black and a white horse, but it's in a sense, it's guidance, right? This is not a tarot card, it's an oracle card, but in a sense, this is guidance that we have here. So chariots, solar energy, using the power of the sun, infinite solar energy. And we also have like a glowing force. So maybe you're going to get recognized for something. Maybe there's going to be some attention shed on you, Libra. That's what I'm feeling. But anyway, let's just talk about the beginning of the month for you, Libra. All right. So we've got the keyword being comet. And yeah, and it says a sign of fate, harbinger of change. All right. And it's represented by the number 15 here. All right. So let me think about this. All right. So yeah. Okay. Well, let me tell you that first of all, I'll get into the numbers in a second, but I feel like there's going to be some signals and some signs that are all around you. Okay. You need to adapt your vision to the awareness of what's going on around you is what I'm saying. There's a lot of synchronicities that you're missing. All right. They're calling all around you. All right. We have the number 1 and 5. Okay. So 1 is representing opportunities and potential, ambition again, willpower again. And there we do. We have the cycles, which represents Helios. This reminds me of the chariot card, and chariot represents willpower and being driven and making choices, right? Taking your life in the direction that you feel fits you best. That's what the chariot is about. That's what Helios kind of represents to me. You live to fight another day, so to speak, right? And then the number 5 can deal with, change, freedom, conflict, but at the most part, it's understanding. It's learning from any type of change or any type of mistakes you've made. Okay, we go through cycles in our life every now and then, but we have to learn from those cycles. If you're going through cycles and you're not learning anything, then you're not going anywhere. But if it feels like you're going through cycles and there's always something new that you have learned, then you are getting somewhere, even if it feels like you are stationary, okay? I'm going to say that. That's the first thing that I'm going to say. What else do I feel when I look at this card? Yeah, like I said, horses putting you in the right direction. If you start, maybe horses are something significant for you, Libra. Okay, maybe horses are something significant for you. Maybe, like I said, with Helios being shined a light on, maybe you're going to get some sort of attention, right? Maybe you're going to get some sort of attention, or something's going to be illuminated to you, because we have illumination meaning knowledge, right? So there's a lot of signs and synchronicities around you, though. But as far as the signs and synchronicities, this could just literally mean that you start noticing, like, say if you wanted to, I don't know, say if you wanted to start up some sort of bakery or something, and someone's like, hey, did you know that they're opening up like free courses for the first part over at some culinary school XYZ? That is a sign. That is a synchronicity. That's your calling, and you need to take action towards it. That's just like an example, okay? I'm just saying. You can take it or leave it. But yeah, pay attention to stuff. Open your eyes up. You might get recognized for something. Somebody's going to notice something. Illumination, dealing with enlightenment here. All right. Middle of the month, January 2021. Libra, what do you got? The number 13. Okay, so 13. Well, first of all, I'm going to focus on the key words. We got a binary system, and I know what a binary system is. Like I said, if you like watching astronomy, Lord have mercy. If you like watching astronomy, then you know their binary system is two stars that are very close together. They're like sister stars. They're like twin stars, right? Their magnetic pull is so great they stay together and they rotate together constantly. They're a partnership. You can't have one without the other, right? So maybe this is saying that there's some sort of a balance in a connection that you might have. There's harmony with this person. Maybe you're going to meet a person who it feels very harmonious to you. It makes you feel very harmonic, if that's a word. I think you have a really high energy when you're around this person because we have the sun here, or Helios, and we have the image of the sun. And the sun gives us solar energy. It gives us power, right? So maybe you have high energy or high positive vibes coming off of you when you're around this person. Yeah, let's like they make you shine brighter. That's what I'm seeing. Also, you probably feel a lot more secure with this person because if you notice, you've got two people who are locked in. She's not letting him go anywhere. She's the one who's got the safety net. But where's his safety net? Okay, it's right there. I see that now. But still, they're still like they have each other, okay, so that they won't fall. They have each other, right? So maybe there's a part of you that feels very safe and secure around this person. You feel safe to take direction from this person or to take advice from this person. Really strong connection. So maybe you could already know this person, or maybe you just could be feeling very secure when you're around this person. It might mean that you might be making a new connection. And because I have the sun represents an annual because we have the keyword being cycles. So maybe there is like an anniversary coming up that you have with someone. Maybe some of you are celebrating an anniversary. Maybe some of you are remembering an anniversary, or the fact that this is giving you the chance to meet someone new and form new memories with them, okay? I'm just saying, all right? And then, of course, the number 13, 1 and 3, 1 representing new beginnings and potential and inspiration and creation, and 3 is going to be representing friendship and joy and expression, all right? And sociability as well, being very sociable. So I'm just really sensing that you guys are a really good pair, really good match, and there's going to be an emphasis on you guys' connection during the month of January. So kudos to that. Kudos to that, Libra. All right, end of the month of Libra. Last thing that Helios has to tell you, that the message for Helios dealing with the keyword cycles for January 2021, Libra. We've got the Strength card again. That's crazy because we just had the Strength card. Let me find it. There it is. There's my Strength card right there. Right? We already talked about that. So now we're having that Strength card pop up again. And it's almost like as if we have the Strength and the Chariot. I hope you can see this. It's almost as if we have the Strength and the Chariot card. So, my goodness, what is going on? What's going on, Libra? Okay, so let me get my head around this. We have the Chariot. To me, that's in tarot, that is represented by the number 7. And then we have the Strength, which is represented in tarot by the number 8. So 7 represents abilities. It represents peace. It can represent order as well, but it can also represent wisdom. Okay. And then the number 8 can represent movement. It can represent success and authority. All right, so I'm really feeling like you could be maintaining a very sound mind while steering the wheel of life. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like even when you're under pressure, or I'll say throughout your choice, like throughout the choices that you've made, or despite any fear or any other pressures that you might have, you continue to present yourself very well, keeping your composure rather than having fear and having anxiety or having an anger. You still manage to be able to resolve. I'm proud of you, Libra. This is a freaking amazing. Like, seriously, like, that's two major events. And they're very controlled. They're both upright. They're very controlled. The chariot, or the Helios, representing cycles. It's like, even though you feel like you're not really getting anywhere, you are getting somewhere, because you're learning to control your emotions. And every time you learn to control your emotions, you put another coin under your belt, right? You put another notch under your belt. You've learned a lot. Still have a lot to go, but at least you're not going backwards, not in the least bit. So Libra, kudos to you. All right, so Libra, if you really like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you ring the bell, because I do go live every